6 months, 26 weeks, 180 days. It doesn't sound like much time, does it? In the grand scheme of your life, 6 months is a small fraction, yet it's enough time to completely transform everything. Think about where you were 6 months ago. Seems recent, right? But also, think about how much could have changed in that time if you'd committed to transformation. You could be in completely different physical condition. You could have developed valuable new skills. You could have different habits, different relationships, different opportunities. You could be living a fundamentally different life. But most people waste their 6-month periods. They drift. They maintain the status quo. They make minor adjustments, but avoid real transformation. Then they look back 6 months later and realize nothing significant changed. Don't let the next 6 months be like that. Don't waste another half year maintaining a life you're not fully satisfied with. Instead, give yourself 6 months to change everything. Not superficial changes, fundamental transformation. 6 months of focused, committed effort toward becoming someone different and building a life that reflects your potential. Here's what you need to understand. 6 months is enough. It's enough time to build powerful new habits, to break destructive old patterns, to develop significant new capabilities, to transform your health, your mindset, your skills, your relationships, your trajectory. 6 months isn't enough to become an overnight success or achieve every dream, but it's absolutely enough to make yourself unrecognizable, to create momentum that continues beyond the 6 months, to prove to yourself that transformation is possible. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in 6 months. They want instant results and give up when they don't get them. They don't realize that consistent daily effort over 6 months creates extraordinary change. Think about it mathematically. If you improve just 1% daily, compound growth means you're 6x better after 6 months. If you invest 1 hour daily in something, that's 180 hours equivalent to over 4 full work weeks of focused effort. Small daily actions, sustained over 6 months, create massive transformation. But only if you commit fully. Only if you approach these 6 months differently than you've approached time before. This audiobook is about that commitment, about deciding that the next 6 months will be different, about using this relatively short time frame to create complete life transformation. We'll explore 10 essential areas of 6-month transformation, designing your 6-month vision, breaking free from your current identity, building transformational daily habits, mastering your mornings and evenings, developing mental toughness through challenges, transforming your body in 6 months, investing in skill development intensively, rebuilding your relationships and network, creating financial momentum, and maintaining transformation beyond 6 months. These aren't random topics, they're the interconnected dimensions that create total life transformation. Address all of them over 6 months, and you'll be living a completely different life. But I need to be honest with you. This requires commitment most people won't make. These 6 months won't be comfortable. They'll require sacrifice, discipline, consistency, growth through discomfort. Most people prefer comfortable mediocrity over uncomfortable transformation. They'll read about change but won't commit to it. They'll start enthusiastically but quit when it gets hard. Can you be different? Can you commit to 6 months of focused transformation? Can you push through discomfort, maintain consistency, and refuse to quit? If yes, then these 6 months will change your entire life trajectory. Because here's the truth. You're capable of far more than your current life demonstrates. You have untapped potential, undeveloped capabilities, unrealized possibilities. But potential means nothing without committed action. And committed action needs a time frame. 6 months is that time frame. It's long enough to create real transformation, short enough to maintain intense focus, perfect for complete life reinvention. Right now, imagine yourself 6 months from now. Imagine having transformed your body, your skills, your habits, your mindset, your life. Imagine looking back at today as the turning point, the day you decided to give yourself 6 months to change everything. That future is possible. But only if you start today. Only if you commit fully. Only if you approach the next 6 months with intensity and focus you've never brought to time before. Most people will spend the next 6 months the way they spent the last 6, maintaining the status quo, making minor adjustments, hoping things somehow improve without real transformation. You can be different. You can make the next 6 months count. You can use this time to completely reinvent yourself and your life. The question is, will you? Will you make the commitment? Will you do the work? Will you give yourself 6 months to change everything? If yes, then let's begin. Let's design your transformation. Let's build the systems and mindsets that create complete change. Let's make the next 6 months the most transformational period of your life. 6 months from now, you won't recognize yourself. You'll look back at today with gratitude that you finally committed to change. But that only happens if you start now. Today. This moment. Give yourself 6 months. Change everything. Prove what you're capable of. Your transformation begins now. Chapter 1. Design your 6-month vision. Before you start transforming, you need clarity about what you're transforming into. 6 months without clear vision is just 6 months of random effort. Your 6-month vision is the specific picture of who you'll be and what life you'll have at the end of this transformation period. Most people skip this step. They want to get better or make changes without defining what better looks like. This vagueness kills transformation. Without specific vision, you can't create specific action plans. Without specific action plans, you drift. Here's how to design your 6-month vision. Think in terms of identity, not just goals. Don't just list achievements. Define who you'll be. Not just lose 30 pounds, but I'm someone who's fit, healthy, and energetic. Not just learn Spanish, but I'm someone who speaks Spanish confidently. Not just save $5,000, but I'm someone who's financially disciplined and building wealth. Identity drives behavior more powerfully than goals. When you become someone, the achievements follow naturally. Be specific across all life dimensions. Don't just focus on one area. Design your vision for physical. What condition will your body be in? What will you weigh? What will your fitness level be? What health habits will you have? Mental. Emotional. What will your mindset be? How will you handle stress? What will your emotional patterns be? Professional. What skills will you have developed? What position or opportunities? What will your work look like? Financial. What will your financial situation be? How much saved? What money habits? Relationships. Who will be in your life? What quality of connections? What relationships improved or ended? Personal development. What will you have learned? What habits built? What character developed? Make it measurable. Vague visions can't be tracked. Specific ones can. Not be healthier, but weigh 165 pounds, run 3 miles comfortably, sleep 8 hours nightly. Not be more productive, but complete. 3 focused work hours daily. Publish 12 articles. Read 12 books. Measurement allows you to track progress and know when you've achieved your vision. Make it challenging but achievable. 6 months is enough time for significant change, not magical transformation. You probably can't go from broke to millionaire, but you can go from in debt to $5,000 saved. You probably can't go from beginner to expert, but you can go from beginner to competent. Stretch yourself, but stay realistic. Write it in present tense, as if it's already true. This creates psychological pull toward the vision. 6 months from now, I am fit and healthy. I weigh 165 pounds. I exercise 5 days weekly. I eat whole foods primarily. I have abundant energy. I sleep well and wake refreshed. Writing in present tense makes it feel real and achievable, not distant and theoretical. Create visual representations. Vision boards. Written statements. Images. Whatever makes your vision vivid and visible. Put these where you'll see them daily. Your vision should be constantly reinforced, not written once and forgotten. Identify what you'll need to let go of. Transformation requires addition and subtraction. What habits will you eliminate? What relationships might change? What comforts will you sacrifice? What old identities will you release? Honest acknowledgement of required sacrifices prepares you mentally. Connect vision to deeper purpose. Why does this transformation matter? Beyond surface goals, what's the deeper meaning? Maybe fitness is about being present for your kids. Maybe skill development is about career fulfillment. Maybe financial transformation is about security and freedom. Deep purpose sustains effort when superficial motivation fades. Review and refine your vision weekly. Your vision might evolve as you progress. That's fine. Weekly review keeps vision fresh and allows adjustments. But don't change vision every week. Only refine as you gain clarity. Share your vision selectively. Tell people who will support it. Don't tell people who will undermine it. Some people will doubt your vision. Protect it by sharing only with believers and supporters. Break vision into monthly milestones. 6 months is 6 one-month periods. What should you accomplish each month to reach your vision? Month 1. Foundation and habit building. Month 2. Consistency and momentum. Month 3. Overcoming first plateau. Month 4. Deepening transformation. Month 5. Pushing beyond comfort. Month 6. Solidifying new identity. Monthly milestones make 6 months manageable and trackable. Create accountability for your vision. Tell someone what you're committing to. Check in with them monthly. Accountability increases follow-through dramatically. You're less likely to quit when someone else knows your commitment. Visualize yourself living the vision. Spend time daily imagining yourself as the person you're becoming. How do you move? How do you think? How do you feel? How do you speak? What's your daily routine? Vivid visualization primes your brain to become that person. Here's why clear vision matters. Without vision, effort is random. You work hard but don't necessarily move forward. With vision, every action is directional. You're always moving toward something specific. Vision creates motivation. When you see clearly where you're going, you're willing to endure the journey's difficulty. Vision guides daily decisions. Does this move me toward my 6-month vision? Becomes your decision filter. Spend serious time designing your vision. This isn't busy work, it's the foundation of your transformation. Write it. Visualize it. Share it. Review it daily. Then let it pull you forward through the next 6 months. Design your 6-month vision. Make it specific, measurable, and compelling. Let it guide your transformation. Chapter 2. Break free from your current identity. Your current identity is the biggest obstacle to transformation. Who you believe you are determines what you do, and what you do determines what you become. Right now, you have beliefs about yourself. I'm not a morning person. I'm not good with money. I'm not athletic. I'm shy. I procrastinate. These identity beliefs feel like truth. They're actually habits of thinking that have become self-fulfilling prophecies. You believe them, so you act consistently with them, which reinforces the belief. To transform in 6 months, you must break free from limiting identity beliefs and adopt empowering new ones. Here's how. Identify your limiting identity beliefs. Write them down honestly. I am. Statements that limit you. I've never been. I'm not the type of person who. I can't. These beliefs are invisible until you make them visible. Once visible, you can challenge them. Recognize that identity is constructed, not fixed. You weren't born believing you're not a morning person. You developed that belief through experiences and repeated self-statements. What's constructed can be deconstructed and reconstructed. You're not stuck with current identity. Find counter-evidence. For each limiting belief, find times you've acted against it. I'm not disciplined. But you finished college. You've maintained relationships. You've completed projects. Counter-evidence proves the belief isn't absolute truth, just a pattern that can change. Stop reinforcing old identity through language. Pay attention to how you talk about yourself. Stop saying, I'm not a morning person. Stop saying, I'm bad with money. Stop saying, I always procrastinate. Every time you state these, you reinforce the identity. Stop the reinforcement. Adopt new identity statements. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. I'm not athletic becomes I'm developing my fitness. I'm bad with money becomes, I'm learning financial discipline. I'm not a morning person becomes, I'm training myself to wake early. Notice these aren't absolute claims of transformation. They're directional. They acknowledge the journey while establishing new identity. Act as if the new identity is already true. Identity and behavior create each other. Don't wait to feel like the new identity before acting. Act like a disciplined person before you feel disciplined. Act like a healthy person before you feel healthy. Eventually, the actions create the identity feeling. Create identity evidence through small wins. Every time you act consistently with your new identity, you create evidence. Wake up early once. Evidence you can wake early. Save money once. Evidence you can save. Accumulate evidence. Each instance strengthens new identity. Surround yourself with people who reflect your new identity. If you want to be fit, spend time with fit people. If you want to be disciplined, surround yourself with disciplined people. Their identity becomes normal to you, making your transformation feel natural rather than extreme. Change your environment to support new identity. Your environment reinforces identity. Want to be a reader? Fill your space with books. Want to be healthy? Remove junk food. Environment shouldn't fight your new identity, it should support it. Expect identity crisis moments. As you change, you'll have moments of thinking, "This isn't who I am." That's your old identity resisting change. Expect it. Don't let it stop you. This isn't who I was. It is who I'm becoming. Release attachment to old identity. Sometimes, old identity served you. Maybe being the fun party person was your social role. Maybe being the workaholic was your professional identity. Letting go of old identity can feel like loss, even when it's positive change. Acknowledge this grief and move forward anyway. Give yourself permission to become someone new. You don't owe anyone consistency with who you've been. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to become different. You're allowed to outgrow old versions of yourself. Understand that identity transformation feels uncomfortable. New identity feels fake initially, like you're pretending. This discomfort is normal. Push through it. Over time, new identity becomes natural. Celebrate identity shifts. When you catch yourself thinking or acting from new identity, acknowledge it. I woke up early, that's who I am now. I chose healthy food, that's what I do. Celebration reinforces new identity formation. Here's why identity transformation matters. You can't maintain behaviors inconsistent with identity. If you believe you're undisciplined, you'll eventually abandon discipline. But if you believe you're disciplined, maintaining discipline is just being yourself. Identity level change creates permanent transformation. Behavior level change is temporary. In these 6 months, you're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you are. Old you created old life. New, you will create new life. Break free from limiting identity. Become someone new. Transform from the inside out. Chapter 3. Build transformational daily habits. 6 months is 180 days. What you do daily for 180 consecutive days determines your transformation. Not what you do occasionally, what you do consistently, daily, without fail. Your daily habits are either building the person you want to become or maintaining the person you've been. There's no neutral. To change everything in 6 months, you need transformational daily habits. Habits that compound into extraordinary change. Here's how to build them. Identify your keystone habits. Some habits trigger other positive behaviors. Focus on these first. Exercise is a keystone habit. People who exercise regularly tend to eat better, sleep better, and be more productive. Morning routines are keystone. Starting intentionally tends to create intentional days. Identify 2 to 3 keystone habits for your transformation. Build these before adding more. Start with morning habits. How you start your day sets its tone. Transform your mornings, and you transform your days. Create a morning routine that includes wake time, consistent, early enough for full routine, hydration, water, immediately upon waking, movement exercise, stretching, or walking, mindfulness meditation, journaling, or quiet reflection. Planning, review goals. Plan day's top priorities. Learning, reading, audiobook, or educational content. Not all of these necessarily, but choose elements that serve your transformation. Make habits tiny initially. Don't try to meditate 60 minutes if you've never meditated. Start with 5 minutes. Don't try to exercise 90 minutes if you're starting from nothing. Start with 20 minutes. Tiny habits are achievable. Achieving them builds confidence and consistency. Once consistency is solid, increase intensity. Use habit stacking. Link new habits to existing behaviors. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll journal for 5 minutes. After I brush my teeth at night, I'll read for 10 minutes. Existing habits trigger new ones automatically. Track every single day. Use a calendar, app, or habit tracker. Mark each day you complete each habit. Seeing your streak motivates you to maintain it. You won't want to break a 30-day streak. Never miss twice in a row. You'll occasionally miss a habit. Life happens. That's okay. But never miss twice. Missing once is a mistake. Missing twice is a new pattern, the pattern of not doing the habit. If you miss Monday, do it Tuesday, no matter what. Create evening habits that set up tomorrow. Evening routine matters as much as morning routine. Evening habits might include planning tomorrow. Top 3 priorities. Identified. Preparing clothes out. Gym bag packed. Lunch prepped. Winding down, no screens. 1 hour before bed. Reading. Relaxation. Reflection. Journaling. Gratitude. Reviewing day. Consistent bedtime. Crucial for morning wake time. Evening routine makes morning routine possible. Build physical habits first. Physical habits create mental and emotional benefits. Exercise improves mood, energy, and discipline. Sleep improves everything. Nutrition affects energy and clarity. Physical foundation supports all other transformation. Add skill development habits. Dedicate time daily to developing skills critical for your vision. 1 hour daily of focused practice equals 180 hours over 6 months. That's substantial skill development. Make skill practice a non-negotiable daily habit. Create connection habits. Don't neglect relationships during transformation. Daily or weekly habits might include reaching out to important people, quality time with family, networking activities. Transformation shouldn't isolate you, it should enhance your connections. Design your environment to support habits. Make good habits easy and bad habits hard. Want to exercise? Put workout clothes by your bed. Want to eat healthy? Prep meals Sunday. Want to read? Remove TV from bedroom and keep books visible. Environment should make habits automatic, not difficult. Bundle habits with enjoyment. If a habit feels purely like obligation, you'll struggle to maintain it. Listen to favorite podcasts during exercise. Have special coffee during morning routine. Read in a favorite chair. Enjoyment makes habits sustainable. Review and refine weekly. Every week, assess your habits. Which are working? Which need adjustment? Habits aren't set and forget. They require ongoing refinement. Build systems, not just habits. Individual habits are good. Systems of interlocking habits are powerful. Morning system. Wake, water, exercise, shower, breakfast, planning, focused work. Evening system. Dinner, family time, planning tomorrow, reading, bed prep, sleep. Systems create comprehensive daily transformation. Protect habit time fiercely. Habits only work if you do them. Protect the time allocated to them. Say no to things that interfere. Schedule around habits, not habits around schedule. Create accountability. Share your habit commitments with someone. Report progress weekly or daily. External accountability increases follow-through dramatically. Here's why daily habits matter for 6-month transformation. Habits are compound interest for self-improvement. Small daily actions compound into extraordinary results. 1 day of good habits doesn't matter. 180 consecutive days transform everything. Your transformation isn't created by occasional great effort. It's created by consistent daily habits that build new identity and capabilities. Build transformational daily habits. Make them non-negotiable. Let them compound into complete change. Chapter 4. Master your mornings and evenings. How you start and end each day determines the quality of that day and the trajectory of your transformation. Mornings and evenings are the bookends that hold your days together. Most people waste their mornings and evenings. They wake up reactive and rushed. They end days mindlessly scrolling. They let the most important parts of their day happen on autopilot. Transform your mornings and evenings, and you transform your life. These are the leverage points, where small changes create disproportionate results. Here's how to master them. The morning transformation. Decide on your wake time and make it non-negotiable. Successful transformation requires early mornings, not because early is morally superior, but because it creates time before the world makes demands. Choose a wake time early enough for your full morning routine. Then wake at that time every single day, weekends included. Consistency is everything. Your body adapts to consistent wake times. Prepare the night before. Mornings are won or lost the previous evening. Prepare clothes. Prepare breakfast. Prepare space for morning routine. Prepare mentally by visualizing successful morning. This preparation removes morning decision fatigue and obstacles. Eliminate snooze. Snooze is a negotiation with yourself that you lose. It trains you to override your own commitments. Place alarm across the room. Use alarm that requires activity to turn off. Do whatever necessary to eliminate snooze as option. Hydrate immediately. After 6 to 8 hours without water, you're dehydrated. This affects energy and cognition. Drink 16 to 32 ounces of water within first 15 minutes of waking. Room temperature or warm water is ideal. This single habit improves energy, alertness, and metabolism. Move your body. Morning movement wakes you up physically and mentally. Full workout is ideal. If not, do 10 minutes of stretching, yoga, or walking, something that gets blood flowing and body moving. Movement boosts mood, energy, and mental clarity for the entire day. Avoid phone for first hour. Don't check email, social media, or news immediately. This makes you reactive and stressed before you've even started your day. First hour is for you, for building yourself, for setting intention, not for reacting to others' agendas. Include mindfulness practice, meditation, journaling, prayer, quiet reflection, whatever connects you to yourself. Even 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness sets a centered, intentional tone for the day. Review your vision and goals. Spend 5 minutes reviewing what you're working toward. This aligns your daily actions with your transformation. What am I becoming? What matters most today? Plan your top priorities. Identify your 3 most important tasks for the day. These are non-negotiables. They happen regardless of what else does. Planning in morning ensures important things get done, not just urgent things. Fuel properly. Quality breakfast provides sustained energy, protein and healthy fats, minimal sugar and processed carbs. Or if you practice intermittent fasting, maintain that. Either way, be intentional about nutrition. Create a morning routine you enjoy. Mornings shouldn't feel like punishment. Design routine you actually look forward to. Quality coffee or tea, favorite music or podcast, comfortable space. Make it pleasant. The evening transformation. Set a consistent wind-down time. Just as wake time is consistent, so should be the beginning of evening routine. Maybe 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., whatever time allows for full routine and adequate sleep. Eliminate screens 1 to 2 hours before bed. Blue light disrupts sleep. Mental stimulation prevents relaxation. Scrolling is addictive and unrewarding. No TV, no phone scrolling, no computer work in the final hours before sleep. Read instead. Talk with family. Journal. Relax in analog ways. Review your day. Reflect on what went well and what didn't. What did I accomplish? What did I learn? What would I do differently? What am I grateful for? This reflection builds self-awareness and continuous improvement. Plan tomorrow. Know your top priorities for tomorrow before you sleep. This mental closure allows better sleep. You're not lying awake trying to remember what needs doing. It also makes morning planning faster. You're refining. not creating from scratch. Prepare physically, set out clothes, pack bag, prepare breakfast ingredients, whatever makes tomorrow morning smooth. 5 minutes of evening preparation saves 15 minutes of morning chaos. Practice gratitude. Identify 3 specific things you're grateful for from the day. Gratitude improves mood, sleep quality, and overall well-being. It's a simple practice with profound effects. Release the day. Don't carry stress and unfinished business into sleep. Mentally release what you can't control. I did my best today. Tomorrow is new. For now, I rest. Create bedroom sanctuary. Your bedroom should support sleep, not undermine it. Cool temperature. 568 degrees Fahrenheit ideal. Dark blackout curtains or eye mask. Quiet earplugs, or white noise if needed. Comfortable bedding. Invest in sleep environment. You spend a third of your life there. Maintain consistent bedtime. Just like wake time, bedtime should be consistent. Your body thrives on consistent sleep schedule. Choose bedtime that allows 7 to 9 hours of sleep before wake time. Stick to it. Consider a calming ritual. Gentle stretching, reading, journaling, meditation, herbal tea. Whatever signals your body and mind that it's time to wind down. Here's why mastering mornings and evenings matters. These are the times you control most completely. Midday is full of others' demands and unexpected events. Morning and evening are yours. Morning sets trajectory for the entire day. Start well, and you're likely to continue well. Start poorly, and you fight uphill all day. Evening determines tomorrow's morning. Sleep well, and you wake energized. Sleep poorly, and morning transformation is nearly impossible. Over 6 months, mastering mornings and evenings means 180 powerful starts and 180 effective endings. That consistency transforms everything. Master your mornings and evenings. Control the bookends. Transform your days. Chapter 5. Develop mental toughness through challenges. 6 months of transformation will test you. You'll face difficulty, discomfort, obstacles, setbacks, and moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. Your success depends on mental toughness, the capacity to persist through difficulty without breaking or quitting. Most people are mentally soft. They avoid discomfort. They quit when challenged. They need perfect conditions to perform. This softness limits their transformation capacity. These 6 months are an opportunity to become mentally tough. And mental toughness is developed through deliberately facing challenges. Here's how. Understand that discomfort is required. Transformation and comfort are incompatible. Growth requires leaving comfort zone repeatedly. Accept this from the start. Don't be surprised or discouraged by discomfort. Expect it. Welcome it as evidence you're transforming. Practice deliberate discomfort. Don't just endure necessary discomfort, seek additional discomfort intentionally. Cold showers, intense workouts, difficult conversations, challenging projects, fasting, public speaking. Each uncomfortable experience builds your capacity to handle discomfort. Reframe challenges as training. Every difficulty is mental toughness training. Every obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger. When you face challenge, think, "This is making me tougher. This is building the person I'm becoming." Reframing changes your relationship with difficulty. Push past perceived limits. Your brain tells you to stop long before your actual limits. When exercise gets hard, do 5 more reps. When work gets tedious, do 15 more minutes. When you want to quit, persist slightly longer. Repeatedly prove to yourself that your limits are negotiable. Develop the one more mentality. When you hit your apparent limit, do 1 more. 1 more rep. 1 more page. 1 more attempt. This mentality incrementally expands your capacity. Embrace the suck. Some experiences just suck. They're not fun, not comfortable, not enjoyable. Don't try to make them pleasant. Accept that they suck and do them anyway. This sucks. I'm doing it anyway. Practice maintaining composure under stress. Mental toughness includes staying calm when circumstances are chaotic. When stressed, practice slow breathing, calm voice, deliberate movement, clear thinking. Train yourself to be calm in the storm. Build your suffering tolerance. You can't avoid all suffering, but you can increase capacity to endure it. Endurance exercise, fasting, meditation through physical discomfort. These build suffering tolerance. Learn to separate discomfort from danger. Most discomfort isn't dangerous. Being tired isn't dangerous. Being uncomfortable isn't dangerous. Being challenged isn't dangerous. Learn to recognize true danger versus mere discomfort. Persist through discomfort. Commit to something difficult for the full 6 months. Choose one particularly challenging commitment. Maybe a difficult fitness goal. Maybe learning a hard skill. Maybe a demanding project. Use this as your primary mental toughness training throughout the 6 months. Create hell weeks. Periodically, maybe monthly, create an extremely difficult week. More intense workouts, longer work hours, more challenging practices. These compressed difficulty periods build extraordinary mental toughness. Track your difficulty tolerance. Notice how your capacity for discomfort grows. What felt impossibly hard in month 1 feels manageable in month 3. This progress proves you're becoming tougher. Maintain perspective during difficulty. When facing challenges, remember, this is temporary. You've overcome difficulties before. This too shall pass. Perspective prevents catastrophizing and maintains hope. Refuse to complain. Complaining is mental weakness expressing itself. It focuses your mind on what's hard rather than what you're building. When you notice yourself complaining, stop. Refocus on action or acceptance. Surround yourself with tough people. Spend time with people who don't quit, don't complain, don't avoid difficulty. Their toughness becomes normal to you, raising your standards for yourself. Use visualization to build toughness. Regularly visualize yourself handling difficulty with composure and effectiveness. Mental practice builds actual capacity. Celebrate toughness moments. When you push through difficulty, acknowledge it. That was hard. I did it anyway. I'm becoming tougher. Celebration reinforces the identity of someone mentally tough. Understand that toughness builds incrementally. You won't become supremely tough immediately. Each challenge builds it slightly. 6 months of consistent difficulty exposure creates dramatic toughness growth. Here's why mental toughness matters for 6-month transformation. Transformation is hard. Without toughness, you quit when it gets difficult. With toughness, you persist regardless of difficulty. Your biggest transformations will come from pushing through moments when quitting felt easier. Mental toughness is what keeps you going. Additionally, mental toughness developed during these 6 months serves you forever. It's a permanent upgrade to your psychological resilience. Develop mental toughness deliberately. Seek challenges. Embrace discomfort. Refuse to quit. Become someone who doesn't break under pressure. Build unshakable mental strength. Chapter 6. Transform your body in 6 months. Physical transformation is often the most visible evidence of your 6-month commitment. It's also one of the most impactful. Your physical state affects everything else. 6 months is enough time for dramatic physical transformation. People have lost 40+ pounds, built significant muscle, run their first marathons, transformed from sedentary to athletic, but only with commitment, consistency, and smart approach. Here's your 6-month body transformation framework. Set clear physical goals. Be specific about what you want to achieve physically. Weight target, if relevant. Body composition changes, muscle gain, fat loss. Fitness capabilities run X distance. Lift X weight. Do X push-ups. Energy levels, health markers, blood pressure, cholesterol, etc. How you want to look and feel. Write these down. Make them measurable. These guide your daily actions. Establish non-negotiable exercise. Decide how many days per week you'll exercise and what types. Minimum recommendation: 5 days per week. 3 days. Strength training. Full body or split routine. 2 days. Cardiovascular exercise, running, cycling, swimming, etc. Daily. Walking 10,000 steps. Ideal. More advanced. 6 days per week. with varied training, less time, 3 to 4 days per week of combined strength and cardio. Whatever you choose, make it non-negotiable. These workouts happen regardless of mood, weather, or busyness. Transform your nutrition. Exercise builds the body. Nutrition reveals it. You can't out-exercise bad nutrition. Establish these nutrition principles. Eat whole, unprocessed foods, primarily. Adequate protein, 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Lots of vegetables, half your plate at meals. Healthy fats, nuts, avocado, olive oil, fish. Minimize sugar, alcohol, and processed foods. Stay hydrated, half your body weight in ounces of water daily. Meal prep on Sundays makes weekday nutrition automatic. Prepare healthy foods so they're convenient. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is when your body repairs, builds muscle, and regulates hormones. Without adequate sleep, transformation stalls. Non-negotiable. 7 to 9 hours nightly. Ideal. Consistent sleep schedule. Even on weekends. Support. Dark, cool bedroom. No screens before bed. Relaxing evening routine. Track everything. What gets measured improves. Track. Workouts, exercises, sets, reps, weight, time. Weight weekly. Same day. Time. Measurements waist, hips, chest, etc. Monthly. Photos front, side, back, every 2 weeks. Energy levels and how you feel. Food intake, at least initially to build awareness. Tracking shows progress that daily mirror checking misses. It provides motivation and accountability. Progressive overload. Your body adapts. What challenges you in week 1 won't challenge you in week 6. Continuously increase demands. Lift heavier weights. Do more reps. Run faster or farther. Reduce rest time. Increase workout difficulty. Progress must be progressive. Push yourself regularly beyond current capacity. Manage nutrition phases. 6 months allows for different nutritional approaches. Months 1 to 3. Fat loss focus. Moderate calorie deficit. High protein. Months 4 to 6. Muscle building, or maintenance adequate calories. Continued high protein. Or reverse this order depending on your starting point and goals. Handle setbacks. You'll have bad workouts. Days you eat poorly. Weeks where weight doesn't budge or even increases. These are normal. Don't let them derail you. One bad day doesn't erase consistent weeks. Get back on track immediately. Never let setbacks extend beyond 1 day. Find enjoyable activities. Sustainable transformation requires finding physical activities you somewhat enjoy. Try different things. Lifting, running, cycling, swimming, hiking, sports, martial arts, dancing, yoga. You're more likely to stay consistent with activities you don't dread. Join community. Gym, running club, CrossFit box, cycling group, workout class. Whatever creates community around fitness. Community provides accountability, motivation, and social support for transformation. Take before photos. Take photos at the start. Front, side, back. Same clothes, same poses, same lighting. These will be invaluable for tracking progress and staying motivated. You'll look back in 6 months amazed at the difference. Understand it's not linear. Progress isn't steady. You'll have plateaus. Weeks where nothing seems to change despite consistent effort. Keep going. Plateaus break. Long-term consistency creates results even when short-term results aren't visible. Hire help if needed. If you're serious about transformation and can afford it, hire a trainer or coach, at least for initial months, to build foundation. Professional guidance accelerates results and prevents mistakes. Celebrate milestones. When you hit targets: first 10 pounds lost, first unassisted pull-up, first 5K run, celebrate them. Recognition of progress motivates continued effort. Here's what 6 months of physical transformation creates. Obvious changes. Different body composition, better clothing fit, more muscle definition, less fat, better posture. Hidden changes. More energy, better sleep, improved mood, clearer thinking, more confidence, better health markers. The physical transformation you create in 6 months sets foundation for lifelong fitness. But only if you commit fully and stay consistent. Transform your body in 6 months. Build strength, lose fat, gain energy, create physical foundation for everything else. Chapter 7. Invest in skill development intensively. 6 months of focused skill development creates expertise that opens new opportunities, increases earning potential, and transforms career trajectories. Most people dabble in learning. They take a course here, watch videos there, but never develop serious competence in anything new. 6 months is enough for intensive skill development that creates real capability and marketable expertise. Here's how. Choose your skill strategically. Pick a skill that aligns with your vision and creates leverage. High-value skills: coding, data analysis, digital marketing, sales, public speaking, writing, design, leadership, financial analysis. Choose based on career advancement potential, income increase possibility, personal passion and interest, market demand, synergy with existing skills. Don't choose randomly. Choose strategically. Commit to daily practice. Skill development requires consistent practice. 1 hour daily minimum. 180 hours of focused practice over 6 months creates substantial competence. Make practice time non-negotiable. Schedule it like important meetings. Use deliberate practice. Not all practice is equal. Deliberate practice creates expertise. Focus on specific skill components. Push slightly beyond current ability. Get immediate feedback. Identify and work on weaknesses. Reflect on what works and what doesn't. Mindless repetition doesn't create expertise. Deliberate practice does. Follow structured learning. Don't just practice randomly. Follow structured curriculum. Quality online courses. Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, Masterclass, books by experts in the field. Structured practice programs. Mentorship or coaching if possible. Structure ensures comprehensive learning, not just random knowledge. Apply immediately. Don't just learn, use what you learn immediately in real contexts. Learning to code? Build actual projects. Learning sales? Practice on real customers. Learning design? Create real designs for real clients. Application solidifies learning and reveals gaps. Track your progress. Keep log of what you're learning and practicing. Track hours invested. Document projects completed. Visible progress motivates continued effort. Teach what you're learning. Teaching forces deep understanding and reveals what you don't fully grasp. Write blog posts. Create tutorials. Explain concepts to others. Teach anyone who'll listen. Teaching accelerates your own learning dramatically. Seek feedback. Get your work reviewed by people more skilled than you. Join communities where you can get feedback. Feedback reveals blind spots and accelerates improvement. Embrace the struggle. Learning is uncomfortable. You'll face confusion, frustration, and feeling incompetent. This struggle is the learning process. Don't avoid it. Embrace it as evidence you're growing. Build public portfolio. Create evidence of your developing skill. GitHub repositories if coding. Design portfolio if designing. Writing samples if writing. Video portfolio if video. Speaking. Case studies if business skills. Public portfolio creates accountability and future opportunity. Invest money in learning. Budget for courses, books, tools, software, coaching. This investment in yourself creates returns far exceeding cost. Free resources are abundant, but paid resources are often higher quality, and you're more committed to what you pay for. Study experts. Learn from the best in your chosen skill. Read their books. Watch their talks. Study their work. Follow their methods. Standing on giants' shoulders accelerates your progress. Join communities. Find communities of people learning the same skill. Online forums, Discord servers, local meetups. Community provides motivation, accountability, and collective knowledge. Set skill milestones. Break 6 months into skill milestones. Month 1. Basic concepts and fundamentals. Month 2. Intermediate skills and first real applications. Month 3. Advanced concepts and larger projects. Month 4. Specialized aspects and depth. Month 5. Professional level applications. Month 6. Portfolio completion and demonstration of expertise. Practice consistently, not just intensely. 1 hour daily beats 7 hours 1 day per week. Consistency creates learning better than sporadic intensity. Your brain needs time to consolidate learning. Daily practice provides this. Compete or collaborate. Join competitions. Contribute to open-source projects. Collaborate with others on projects. These contexts accelerate learning through real challenges and accountability. Here's what 6 months of intensive skill development creates. You won't become world-class expert, but you'll develop genuine competence that differentiates you professionally. You'll go from beginner to intermediate or from intermediate to advanced. That's enough to create new opportunities and income. You'll have portfolio evidence of your capability, not just claims demonstrations. You'll have confidence in your ability to learn anything. This meta skill of rapid learning serves you forever. Choose your skill. Commit to daily practice. Become measurably more capable. Invest in skill development intensively. Create expertise that transforms opportunities. Chapter 8. Rebuild your relationships and network. Transformation isn't just personal, it's social. The relationships and network you build during these 6 months profoundly affect your trajectory. Some current relationships support your transformation. Some hinder it. Some are neutral. 6 months is enough time to rebuild your social ecosystem, strengthening supportive relationships, creating boundaries with limiting ones, and building new connections that elevate you. Here's how. Audit your current relationships. List everyone you spend significant time with. For each, honestly assess. Do they support my growth or resist it? Do they inspire me or drain me? Do they elevate my thinking or lower it? Am I better or worse after time with them? Do they align with who I'm becoming? This audit reveals which relationships to invest in, which to limit, and which to end. Strengthen high-value relationships. Identify people who genuinely support your transformation, who believe in you, who inspire you, who are also growing. Invest more time and energy in these relationships. Regular contact, weekly or monthly depending on relationship. Deep conversations, not just surface interaction. Mutual support and encouragement, shared experiences and growth activities. Quality relationships require investment. Give it to the right people. Create distance from limiting relationships. Some relationships actively hinder your growth. Toxic people, constant complainers, people invested in you, staying the same. You might not be able to end all limiting relationships, family, colleagues, but you can create distance. Reduce time spent together. Keep interactions surface level. Don't share your transformation goals or struggles. Maintain kindness, but firm boundaries. Your growth matters more than their comfort with who you've been. Find your tribe. Seek people who are where you want to be or heading where you're heading. People ahead of you on paths you're walking. People on similar transformation journeys. People with values and goals aligned with yours. People who challenge and inspire you. Find them at gyms and fitness communities, professional groups and meetups, courses and learning communities, online forums and groups, conferences and events. Through existing strong relationships, they know other quality people. Build strategic relationships. Beyond friendship, build relationships that create opportunity. Mentors, people who can guide your growth. Peers in your field, mutual learning and support. People in positions you aspire to. Connectors, people with large networks. Complementary skill sets, people whose skills complement yours. These relationships create professional and personal leverage. Invest in existing important relationships. Don't neglect family and close friends during transformation. Bring them along. Share what you're learning. Invite them into some aspects of transformation. Maintain quality time together. Show them you're becoming better, not abandoning them. Transformation that destroys important relationships isn't success. Practice better communication. Improve how you communicate in all relationships. Listen more deeply. Express appreciation regularly. Set and maintain boundaries. Address issues directly rather than avoiding. Be vulnerable appropriately. Better communication strengthens all relationships. Give value generously. Be the kind of person others want in their network. Share knowledge and resources. Make introductions. Celebrate others' wins. Help without expecting immediate return. Be reliable and trustworthy. Generous value giving attracts quality relationships. Attend events and gatherings. Get out. Show up. Be present in communities and events. Professional conferences. Meetups and networking events. Workshops and classes. Community gatherings. Social events hosted by people you want to know. Relationships are built through repeated in-person interaction. Use social media strategically. Social media can build valuable relationships if used intentionally. Share your journey authentically. Engage meaningfully with quality people. Contribute value to communities. Connect with people doing interesting work, but limit mindless scrolling. Follow up and follow through. Meeting someone once doesn't create relationship. Follow up does. Send message after meeting someone. Follow through on commitments. Stay in touch with valuable connections. Remember details about people and reference them. Create reasons to reconnect. Eliminate relationship debt. Address damaged or neglected relationships that matter. Apologize where needed. Reconnect with people you've lost touch with. Repair what can be repaired. Accept what can't be and move forward. Create accountability relationships. Find or create accountability partnerships. Weekly check-ins on goals and progress. Mutual support through challenges. Honest feedback and encouragement. Shared commitment to growth. Accountability dramatically increases transformation success. Host gatherings. Don't just attend host. Create opportunities for your network to connect. Dinner parties. Mastermind groups. Study groups. Workout groups. Any gathering that brings quality people together. Hosting positions you as connector and leader. Here's what 6 months of relationship rebuilding creates. You'll be surrounded by people who elevate you, not drain you. Your network will include people who can help you grow and who you can help. You'll feel supported in transformation, not alone. You'll have genuine connections, not just acquaintances. Your rebuilt social ecosystem will sustain your growth beyond 6 months and create opportunities you can't yet imagine. Rebuild relationships and network. Surround yourself with quality. Create social foundation for transformation. Chapter 9. Create financial momentum. Financial transformation in 6 months won't make you wealthy, but it will create momentum that leads to wealth over time. 6 months is enough to eliminate significant debt, build substantial emergency fund, develop money management skills, increase income through new skills or opportunities, change your entire relationship with money. Here's your 6-month financial transformation framework. Get brutally honest about current reality. Calculate exactly total income, all sources, total expenses, every category, total debt, every loan, credit card, etc., total savings, net worth assets, minus debts. Truth might be uncomfortable. Face it anyway. You can't improve what you won't acknowledge. Create a zero-based budget. Every dollar has a job before the month begins. Fixed expenses, rent, utilities, insurance, etc. Variable expenses, food, gas, entertainment, savings and investment, debt payment beyond minimums. Income minus expenses should equal 0. Every dollar assigned. Build your emergency fund. First financial priority, $1,000, emergency fund, or $2,000, if income is higher. This small fund prevents most emergencies from becoming debt. After that, build 3 to 6 months of expenses in emergency fund. This might take beyond 6 months, but make substantial progress. Attack debt aggressively. If you have debt, paying it off creates financial momentum. Method 1. Debt snowball. Pay minimums on all debts. Attack smallest debt with all extra money. When paid off, roll that payment to next smallest. Psychological wins motivate continued effort. Method 2. Debt avalanche. Pay minimums on all debts. Attack highest interest debt with all extra money. Mathematically optimal. Choose one method. Execute relentlessly. Increase your income. Cutting expenses has limits. Increasing income has no limit. 6 months is enough to develop marketable skill. See Chapter 7. Start side business or freelancing. Ask for raise at current job. Change to higher paying position. Add income stream through online work. Extra income accelerates all financial goals. Automate your finances. Remove willpower from the equation. Automatic transfer to savings on payday. Automatic bill payments. Automatic debt payments beyond minimum. Automatic investment contributions. Automation ensures consistency regardless of motivation. Track every dollar. Use app, YNAB, Mint, every dollar, or spreadsheet. Record every expense. Awareness changes behavior. When you track spending, you naturally make better choices. Eliminate financial leaks. Find and plug money drains. Unused subscriptions. Excessive dining out. Impulse purchases. High-interest debt. Bank fees. Insurance overpayment. Small leaks add up to significant money. Practice delayed gratification. When you want to buy something, wait 24 to 48 hours. Longer for expensive items. Often the desire passes. When it doesn't, you make more thoughtful purchases. Invest in learning about money. Read books on personal finance. The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The Millionaire Next Door by Stanley Danko. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Financial literacy is foundational to financial success. Start investing. Once emergency fund is built and high-interest debt is eliminated, begin investing. 401 or similar, at least to employer match. Roth IRA, if eligible. Index funds for long-term growth. Compound interest requires time. Starting now, even with small amounts, matters. Increase your value. Your income potential is tied to value you provide. 6 months of skill development, Chapter 7, increases your market value. More value equals more income opportunity. Network for opportunities. Many financial opportunities come through relationships, better jobs, freelance clients, business partnerships, investment opportunities. Build network, Chapter 8, for financial benefit too. Set specific financial milestones. 6 monthly milestones. Examples. Month 1. Budget created. Tracking started. Emergency fund begun. Month 2. First debt eliminated or $1,000 emergency fund complete. Month 3. Second debt eliminated or emergency fund at $2,000. Month 4. Income increase. Launched or significant debt reduction. Month 5. Emergency fund at $3,000 or debt 50% eliminated. Month 6. Clear financial momentum and systems in place. Change your money mindset. Shift from scarcity to abundance. I can't afford that becomes, how can I afford that? Money is scarce becomes, money is abundant for those who create value. I'm bad with money becomes, I'm learning financial discipline. Mindset shifts create. Behavior shifts. Celebrate financial wins. Paid off a debt? Celebrate. Hit savings milestone? Celebrate. Increased income? Celebrate. Recognition of progress motivates continued effort. Be patient with the process. Financial transformation takes longer than 6 months for full results, but 6 months creates foundation and momentum. Trust the process. Stay consistent. Results compound. Here's what 6 months of financial focus creates. Reduced or eliminated debt. Substantial emergency fund. Better money habits. Increased income or income potential. Financial confidence and literacy. Most importantly, momentum. Once you've proven you can control money, you know you can build wealth. 6 months won't make you rich, but it starts you on the path. Create financial momentum. Build foundation. Transform your relationship with money. Chapter 10. Maintain transformation beyond. 6 months. 6 months of transformation is powerful. But the real question is, what happens after? Many people transform temporarily. They achieve 6-month results, then slide back to old patterns. Transformation that doesn't last isn't true transformation. This final chapter is about making your transformation permanent, about ensuring that 6 months becomes the foundation for lifelong growth, not a brief period of change you return from. Here's how to maintain transformation beyond 6 months. Understand that maintenance requires continued effort. You don't transform for 6 months then coast. Maintenance still requires consistent action. The effort level might decrease slightly, you're maintaining, not building from scratch. But it never goes to zero. Accept this truth. Permanent transformation requires permanent commitment. Transition from intensive to sustainable. 6 months was intensive. That intensity isn't sustainable forever. But you can find sustainable version. Extreme discipline becomes regular discipline. 100%. Compliance becomes 80–90% compliance with forgiveness for occasional lapses. 6-day workout weeks might become 5-day weeks. Daily skill practice might become several times weekly. Find the sustainable version that maintains results without burning out. Lock in your new identity. The person you've become in 6 months is your new normal, not a temporary achievement. Reinforce this identity. I'm someone who exercises regularly. I'm someone who manages money well. I'm someone who continuously learns. I'm someone who maintains high standards. Identity maintenance is crucial for behavior maintenance. Continue tracking and measuring. Don't stop tracking once you hit goals. Tracking prevents backsliding. Maybe less frequently, weekly instead of daily, monthly instead of weekly, but continue measuring what matters. What gets measured stays managed. Set new goals. Don't finish 6-month transformation and stop growing. Set new challenges. New fitness goals. New skills to develop. New income targets. New relationship goals. Growth should be continuous, not episodic. Maintain your systems. The systems that created transformation must continue. Morning and evening routines, exercise schedule, nutrition habits, financial systems, learning practices. These systems are permanent fixtures, not 6-month experiments. Protect against drift. Drift is the enemy of maintenance. Small deviations compound into complete regression. Watch for signs of drift. Skipping workouts, just this once, becoming pattern. Old eating habits, returning gradually. Financial discipline relaxing. Relationship with growth-minded people decreasing. Catch drift early and correct immediately. Schedule regular reviews. Weekly. Review your week. Assess adherence to systems. Plan next week. Monthly. Review monthly progress. Assess overall trajectory. Adjust as needed. Quarterly. Deep review of all life areas. Set new quarterly goals. Regular reviews prevent drift and maintain trajectory. Build in flexibility without abandoning standards. Life happens. Travel, illness, family events, unusual circumstances. Have flexible responses that maintain standards in different circumstances. Travel workout routine. Social event eating strategies. Busy period time management. Stress period self-care. Flexibility prevents all-or-nothing thinking that leads to giving up. Continue investing in growth. Keep reading. Keep taking courses. Keep seeking mentorship. Keep challenging yourself. Growth doesn't end. Make it lifelong practice. Maintain your support system. The relationships and accountability that supported your transformation should continue. Keep accountability partners. Stay connected to your community. Continue relationships with growth-minded people. Isolation leads to regression. Community sustains transformation. Help others transform. Once you've transformed, help others do the same. Share what you learned. Mentor someone starting their journey. Create content about your transformation. Be proof that change is possible. Teaching others reinforces your own transformation. Celebrate your maintenance. Don't just celebrate initial transformation. Celebrate maintaining it. 1-year anniversary of transformation, continued adherence to new lifestyle, new achievements from sustained habits. Accept that some regression is normal. You might regress slightly from peak 6-month results. That's normal and okay. You don't need to maintain absolute peak forever. You need to maintain well above your starting point. Small regression from 100 to 85 is still miles ahead of starting at 20. Remember your why. Why did you transform? What was the deeper purpose? Keep that purpose visible and front of mind. It sustains effort when motivation fades. Make it your lifestyle, not a program. This isn't something you did for 6 months. It's how you live now. This is your lifestyle. These are your standards. This is who you are. That mindset shift makes maintenance natural rather than forced. Plan for obstacles. You will face challenges that threaten your maintenance. Injuries or illness. Major life changes. Periods of high stress. Relationship changes. Plan now how you'll maintain core elements through difficulties. Forgive lapses, but don't extend them. You'll have bad days. Weeks where you slide. That's human. Forgive yourself. Don't spiral into shame and complete regression. Just return to your standards immediately. 1 bad day is nothing. 1 bad month is recoverable. 1 bad year changes everything. Here's the ultimate truth about maintenance. The 6-month transformation isn't the destination. It's the beginning. You've proven what's possible. You've built foundation. Now you build on it. For the rest of your life. Every day forward is a choice. Maintain what you've built, or let it erode. Choose maintenance. Choose continued growth. Choose to be forever the person you became in these 6 months. Your transformation was too hard won to abandon. Maintain it. Build on it. Make it permanent. 6 months changed everything. The rest of your life maintains and expands that change. We've explored 10 dimensions of 6-month transformation. Designing your vision, breaking free from old identity, building transformational habits, mastering mornings and evenings, developing mental toughness, transforming your body, investing in skill development, rebuilding relationships, creating financial momentum, and maintaining transformation. These aren't separate paths, they're interconnected dimensions of complete life change. Address all of them, and you won't recognize yourself or your life in 6 months. But understanding isn't transformation. Knowledge changes nothing. Only committed action creates change. Here's what you need to understand. 6 months will pass regardless. The question is, will you be different when it does? 6 months from now will arrive. It's inevitable. You'll be 6 months older, whether you transform or not. The only question is whether you'll also be transformed. Think about 2 versions of 6 months from now. Version 1. You didn't commit. You read this audiobook, thought, interesting ideas, then continued living as you've been living. 6 months passed. You're essentially the same person, living essentially the same life. Maybe slightly worse due to drift. Version 2. You committed fully. You implemented everything. You pushed through discomfort. You stayed consistent. 6 months passed. You're unrecognizable. Different body. Different capabilities. Different mindset. Different habits. Different life. Both versions exist as possibilities. You choose which becomes reality. Most people choose version 1. Not consciously, they just never fully commit to version 2. They intend to change. They want to change. But they don't actually commit to the discipline and consistency required. Can you be different? Can you choose version 2? Can you commit to 6 months of focused, disciplined, consistent transformation? If yes, and I desperately hope you will, here's how to begin. Today. Not tomorrow. Not next Monday. Not next month. Today. Right now. Take these immediate actions. Write your 6-month vision. Be specific. Be detailed. Make it real. Identify your first 3 transformational habits. What 3 daily habits will you start tomorrow? Set your wake time and bedtime. Consistent sleep schedule starting tonight. Clear your calendar. Remove commitments that don't serve your transformation. Tell someone. Share your commitment with one person who'll support it. These actions take less than an hour. Do them before this day ends. Then tomorrow morning, start. First workout. First morning routine. First day of new nutrition. First day of skill practice. First day of transformation. Don't overthink it. Don't plan excessively. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start. Starting imperfectly is infinitely better than planning perfectly but never beginning. Remember, transformation is uncomfortable. You'll face moments of wanting to quit. You'll have days when maintaining old patterns feels easier than building new ones. Push through. These moments of difficulty are transformation happening. Discomfort is the sensation of growth. Don't retreat from it. Also remember, you're not doing this alone. Millions of people are on similar transformation journeys. Find your community. Connect with others who are changing their lives. Support each other. Think about what 6 months of transformation means. For your body, different shape, different capability, different energy, different health. For your mind, different skills, different knowledge, different confidence, different perspective. For your habits, different daily routines, different automatic behaviors, different standards. For your life, different opportunities, different relationships, different trajectory, different future. All of this is possible in just 6 months, but only with complete commitment. 6 months is simultaneously a very short time and enough time for total transformation, short enough to stay intensely focused, long enough to create fundamental change. Don't waste this opportunity. Don't let another 6 months pass without transformation. Your current life is the result of everything you've done up until now. Your life in 6 months will be the result of everything you do starting today. Make different choices. Take different actions. Build different habits. Become someone different. The person you're capable of being is waiting. The life you're capable of living is possible, but only if you commit to these 6 months. Give yourself this gift. Give yourself 6 months to change everything. Not to try, not to see what happens, to actually transform completely. 6 months of commitment that changes the trajectory of your entire life. This is your moment. This is your opportunity. This is your time. 6 months from now, you'll either regret not starting or be amazed at how far you've come. Choose amazement. Choose transformation. Choose to become everything you're capable of being. Give yourself 6 months. Change everything. Prove what's possible. Your transformation doesn't start someday. It starts today. Right now. This moment. Begin.